As the room grows dim and your breathing softens, the night gently gathers around you without demand or hurry. The outer world slips away while your inner world remains quietly alive. You are not late, broken, or forgotten in this moment, only tenderly welcomed into a stillness that feels familiar and safe. It cradles your heart tonight without any condition. Listen closely to the quiet space between each breath as warmth drifts slowly toward your heart. You may feel a gentle opening, like light moving through places you rarely visit. Nothing here judges your past, your tears, or your silence, only receives you with patient understanding that feels deeply personal and steady in its loving attention over your tired spirit. You are not here by accident in this soft, midnight stillness that surrounds you. Every step, every memory, and every unspoken prayer has guided you gently to this place. Something sacred meets you exactly where you are, without disappointment, expectation, or conditions that could diminish your worth or make your heart feel unseen tonight in this quiet, sacred embrace always. You are not here by accident in this soft, midnight stillness that surrounds you. Every step, every memory, and every unspoken prayer has guided you gently to this place. Something sacred meets you exactly where you are, without disappointment, expectation, or conditions that could diminish your worth or make your heart feel unseen tonight in this quiet, sacred embrace always. There are parts of you kept hidden even from those who love you most. Memories tucked away, feelings carefully guarded, wounds carried in silence. Yet nothing has ever truly been lost within the gentle awareness that watches you with compassion beyond human understanding and meets every secret ache without fear. You may feel this in your heart as soft light moving through old hurt. It does not rush like the world, does not force change, and does not overwhelm you. Instead, it lingers close, tender, and steady, as if every fractured piece of you matters deeply beyond words, time, memory, or human expectation, held gently in quiet grace tonight always. Some nights, you believe you are too tired to feel anything real. Still, this presence listens beneath exhaustion, hearing the ache words never reach. You do not need to perform, explain, or justify what you carry inside because your quiet honesty is already understood and wrapped in warmth that never fades, even when your heart feels fragile and alone tonight. Let your mind drift slowly as darkness wraps around you like a protective blanket. The silence feels full rather than empty, alive rather than distant. You rest within it without effort, breathing naturally while something caring remains beside you, watching over every hidden corner of your soul with patience that never wavers through the long, gentle night around your heart. Midway through this stillness, pause and notice whatever rises within you. Do not chase or correct it, simply let it be. If sadness appears, it is welcomed gently. If relief comes, it is held softly without rush, because your heart has carried much and deserves this moment of rest in quiet presence that understands your journey completely right here tonight. Perhaps you sense a gentle loosening inside, like tight knots releasing on their own. Nothing dramatic is required, no sudden transformation demanded. There is only quiet unfolding, layer by layer, where heaviness becomes lighter, and what once hurt begins to feel understood, rather than lonely or overwhelming, as calm presence stays near your breathing heart without asking anything back tonight. Think of the parts you usually hide, the fears rarely spoken, the loneliness rarely voiced. Even there, in those private spaces, this loving presence has always remained close and attentive, never abandoning you, but instead waiting with tenderness that feels ancient, steady, and deeply personal, like a quiet guardian who knows your whole story without judgment or distance tonight truly. Listen closely again to your heartbeat, steady beneath every thought and memory. It carries your story, resilience, and quiet courage. Within that rhythm, you may sense something greater gently holding you together, even when life feels fragile, confusing, or too heavy for your spirit. This nearness does not leave or waver, but stays calmly present beside your breathing tonight, always. You are allowed to feel fragile tonight without being weak in any way. You may be unsure, tender, or silent, and still deeply held. The darkness seems to whisper that your guard can soften safely because something trustworthy surrounds you with patience beyond human expectation, inviting your heart to rest rather than defend itself in this gentle, sacred night, quietly. Imagine your unspoken pain wrapped in warmth that does not rush away. There is no need to analyze, label, or solve anything tonight. Simply feel the nearness that rests around you like a silent embrace, steady, calm, and unwavering, even when your emotions shift like waves moving gently without breaking the peace, holding you in quiet presence and care always. You may notice your breathing growing slower, deeper, and more peaceful. This is not control or effort, simply your body responding to being held. A natural ease spreads through your chest and mind, like warm light settling into places that have long been tense. It stays gentle, patient, and steady as night continues around you without any hidden cost tonight. There are parts of you that have carried grief silently for years. Those parts are not pushed aside or dismissed here. Instead, they are met with patient tenderness that feels timeless, as if every tear never shed still matters deeply. This presence listens without hurry and remains close beside your heart in the quiet breathing of night, right here tonight. In this stillness, something inside you begins to soften naturally. Old tension loosens, heavy thoughts drift away, and your heart feels lighter. You do not chase this peace. It moves toward you gently, like a calm river that carries your burdens without resistance, surrounding you with warmth, clarity, and quiet reassurance beyond words in this sacred midnight moment, right now. As the night deepens, rest into the feeling of being known. You are not invisible in struggle, not forgotten in pain. A quiet reassurance surrounds you that feels ancient and steady, like an endless presence that has always walked beside you. It does not fade when thoughts rise or emotions move. It simply stays calmly with you tonight and always. You might not fully understand what is happening within you now. That is perfectly fine, because some things are meant to be felt. Presence speaks in silence rather than explanations touching places. Words could never reach. What matters is that you are not alone, and your heart is being met tenderly in this quiet, sacred night, right where you are. So rest now in this gentle presence that surrounds you. Let the night hold you with calm, safety, and care. Nothing is required. Nothing must be proven or fixed. Simply remain where you are, breathing slowly, and trusting something unseen, yet deeply loving, continues to watch over your heart as sleep approaches peacefully tonight. You are quietly held, always beloved.